Hey everyone, this is Barbara with Nurse to Nature, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today I'm out here working on my shed, replacing some warped trim and adding a fresh coat of paint. It's not a full rebuild, it's just taking what I already have and adding a layer of protection to preserve it, to make it last, and to keep it strong for the years to come. And while I'm doing this, it reminds me how much this applies to life. Things don't fall apart overnight, and they're not always fixed overnight either. Sometimes it's just small, intentional steps, refreshing, protecting, maintaining what you already have. As I care for my shed, I think about my life and the spaces I inhabit. I intentionally take steps to refresh, protect, and maintain what I value so I can live a more full and sustainable life. It's a reminder that small, consistent actions create lasting results. One question I hear often is, where do I even start? How do I begin making changes? And that doesn't just apply to your home. It applies to your health too. I actually did a podcast episode on Spotify under Nurse to Nature called The First Steps to Take for a Healthier Lifestyle. I also created a free downloadable guide to help walk through those first steps in a simple, practical way, and that's available on my website, nursetonature.com, under the Downloads tab. Because the truth is, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Just like this shed, I'm not doing everything at once. This actually took me a span of 3 days to complete. But I'm just starting where I can, doing what I can, and building from there. And the same goes for our bodies. When we start making small changes, it creates a ripple effect. For example, I talk a lot about getting enough potassium and magnesium in my episode on Spotify called The First Steps to Take for a Healthier Lifestyle. These are two things the body really needs to function well, but a lot of people don't get enough of them. When you start increasing potassium through whole foods, you may begin to notice things like better blood pressure support, improved hydration, and more balanced muscle and nerve function. Some people even notice fewer muscle cramps, less fatigue, and better overall energy levels because potassium plays a key role in how your body regulates fluids and supports your heart. And magnesium? It's not just about sleep. Even though that's what it's known for, it actually plays a huge role in supporting your brain, your nervous system, your muscles, and how your body handles stress. It helps your body actually relax and function the way it's supposed to. And it can also support a reduction in anxiety by helping calm the nervous system. And once you make one change like that, it doesn't just stay there. It starts to impact other areas. Your energy, your mood, your overall sense of well-being. That's the ripple effect. That's how sustainable change happens. There's a verse in Joel 2:25 that says, I will restore you the years that the swarming locust has eaten. And I love that verse because it reminds me that restoration is always possible, no matter how much time has passed or how worn something may feel. And in Isaiah 58:12, it says, your people will rebuild the ancient ruins and will raise up the age-old foundations. You will be called repairer of broken walls, restorer of streets with dwellings. And to me, that's not just about physical things. It's about how we live. It's about taking responsibility, being intentional, and choosing to restore what we can one step at a time. So as I'm out here working on this shed, I'm reminded that I'm learning principles, care, foresight, and maintenance. And I can take that same mindset and apply it to my life. I can protect what's good, preserve what matters, and continue restoring what's been worn down while building wisely for the future. Thank you so much for being here with me. I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch and be part of this journey with me. If you learned something new or this encouraged you in any way, I would love for you to subscribe and follow along. My heart behind all of this is to share the things that I wish I knew as a young mother, the wisdom, the lessons, and the practical tools that I've learned throughout my life including 23 years of that being in motherhood and 15 years also in nursing. You can follow along at Nurse to Nature on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify. My promise to you is that I will always do my best to provide you with information, tips, and a simple, practical way to support your life, your health, and your home. And by you being here and supporting this journey, you're also supporting my family. And in return, I'll continue to pour into you and your family with my knowledge and wisdom I've gained along the way.